'Cause I got issues.
Having some issues? Kat can help you out with the help of our listeners. Kat Chat starts now on Y107.
Oh boy, here we go. The check was generous, but the bounce was even bigger. Susie, we'll call her, just had her bridal shower, and her fiance was like, hey, invite my boss's wife. And this was totally unexpected. Susie thought it was very awkward. She's like, okay, fine. I'll help you make a good impression at work, whatever.
Brownie points, yeah.
So this woman shows up and gave a really generous check to Susie.
Oh.
So Susie goes to cash it, and boing, it bounces twice. Twice. Now Susie wants her fiance to say something to his boss because she's like, dude, this could make a difference in our lives, this check. So after all, she didn't even really want this woman there in the first place, but she was like, bring it up and see what he says. And he's like, absolutely not. It's going to be awkward and risky. I'm not bringing that up. I don't want to rock any boats at work.
Yeah.
So let's just let it go. And, I love what Mackenzie says on the Facebook page. She said the bank would let them know that it bounced. So technically, they really don't even need to say anything.
True.
It's definitely tough, but she thinks that, just let it go and see what happens.
So then you're just waiting to it's like when you send a text and you're waiting, it's just bubbles or just the dots. You're waiting to see if they've read it yet or not. Do
if
they know?
Respond. Yeah.
Have they seen the bank tell them they have again? Oh, man, I go back and forth on what I would do on this one. I'm not sure. Tammy's chiming in here on the text line from Columbia. Said, my first thought would be, how long before paychecks from work start bouncing?
Oh.
Speak to the boss.
Oh, yikes.
Maybe. I mean, their finances are their business and probably completely separate. But,
yeah.
I mean, for all we know, the wife has a whole separate account. But it could be a concern.
It's such a catch-22. Jenny from Holt Summit, what do you think?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They definitely shouldn't do anything about it because I feel like it's going to cost them more to get it. Like, it could cost them more if they pry, and I think it's a dangerous thing to navigate. I think they should just be like, well, we're not going to get that money. Instead, I'm going to have a job.
Yeah, so he shouldn't say anything to his boss.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it made me uncomfortable when Kat said, oh, look at this email. And I'm like, oh, man, yeah, how do you do? Because she'd never met this woman before. She'd barely even met the boss before.
Yeah, definitely not. Don't even.
Let it go.
Yes,
thanks, Elsa.
exactly.
Appreciate it. A lot of people are saying they already know because the bank tells them and you.
Right.
But will Susie have to pay a fee? You try and catch
a lot of times, yeah, and that was one of the comments is she needs to at least he needs to at least say something like, hey, look, man, we got a $25 fee, and because that is part of the issue that Susie did say that they got fees. So not only do the people who wrote the bad check, they will get usually it's $25 fee or whatever, but also, it depends on your bank, but if you put in a check and it bounces, it's automatically going to run a second time. So there you automatically have two fees. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a different story if you've got money like that's coming out of your paychecks. Another comment I thought was really interesting, just real quick. They said, wait till payday. And then put the check in again real quick because that means that boss probably got paid too. Yeah, so maybe it'll clear.
But it might not be attached to the same account. Wifey may have her own account.
I know. It's all just like a game. I mean, is it even worth it playing that game?
I don't know. Phones are going nuts here. 441-Y107 in Columbia. Brian's on the line. What do you think we should do?
I'm going to be honest. I feel like he should say something. If it was a good amount of money, it's going to help him out. It was meant to be a gift. It was meant to be. The gesture was nice. So maybe just mentioning. I don't see how it could hurt. They already gave it. So
how do you go about doing that?
Yeah. What do you say? Man. How do you do it?
Hey, by the way,
just bring it up casually. Like, oh, hey, I just just want to bring this up. I don't mean to step on any toes or anything like that, but something we noticed. We're all people. It's all right.
Yeah. And he could really appreciate the honesty. The boss could.
Yeah.
And maybe the boss doesn't even know what old Virginia wrote the check for. He's like, wait, what? How much?
Right. He may not even have any clue.
What?
Right.
She gave you what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's good to bring it up.
Join the Cat Chat now.
Hey, Nancy, you got an idea for him?
Go to the bank that it's written on and try to cash it directly is the best way to try to get your money. Then it won't cost you any more fees.
So
that's true.
Whatever bank they wrote it from.
Yeah, go to that bank and try to cash it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because they can at least say, no, we're not able to cash this, at the time, at this time or whatever, but you don't get any fees. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Correct. Yep, that's the best way.
Join the Cat Chat now. 441-Y107.
When you get a check as a gift and the check bounces, what do you do? That's what happened at Susie's bridal shower from her fiance's boss's wife. So
Follow that.
Yeah. I'm going to give my final thoughts here. Sometimes, things are better left unsaid, because it's obvious that the couple is going to know or they're going to find out. We did have someone bring up the fact that what if, they have an accountant, they're not going to know about the bounce check right away until the accountant catches it and then lets them know. And also there's a lot of factors that play into effect here, like how close are they to the boss? That's a big factor. And he's only been there not quite a year yet, does not feel like he can say anything. He's like, oh, no, I'm not bringing it up. And Susie's like, yeah, you are.
Well, and Susie even said, it was his idea to invite the boss's wife, kind of like a brownie points thing or whatever, right?
Right.
And she's like, I barely know this woman. So, okay, fine, I'll do it in support of you, future husband. And now it's even more weird because of the whole stupid bounce check.
Right. And I can see where, I can see Susie's frustration. However, that boss's wife wasn't even originally invited to the shower to begin with. So that wasn't really like a gift that you were really counting on. It is, $250 or $300. Mm-hmm. So it is a gift that can make a difference. So it's hard because when you have that in your hand, you're like, oh my gosh, So honestly, I believe that this is a situation where you just let go and let God. Like you just have to figure out, if your husband, he's the one who works with the boss. So if he wants to bring it up, it's going to be on him. Don't be forcing him or trying to, push him to do something that would make him uncomfortable or put him in an awkward position at work. It's something that you're just going to have to just see how it plays out and just let it go.
Yeah, I'm not doing inventory until you give us the $40 to cover the bounce check that Virginia wrote.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason to get in that water.
Yeah, just take the high road this time.
Keep the Cat Chat going now on Facebook Y107 Morning Show.